And welcome everybody. As you can hear, my co-star, the air conditioner, has come on at the exact same time that I started. So sorry about that. I'm going to have that white noise in the background for right now. I am in the tavern for Pitti Hamaalakut, the Disneyland for... and when I say Disneyland, these are druids who are living under the glacial seas. They're living in the glacial seas underwater. And so they have botanical gardens, but this place is like a dream for them. This is old growth woodlands. I'm going to change my view for a second. And as you can see from the second floor of this tavern, it is trees, trees, trees. And so that's why we call it like a Disneyland for them. Now, I don't know, I made a mistake, I don't have the phone handy. So I'm not going to know if I'm streaming or not. I'm not going to know, and I'm not going to know. I don't know what to do about that. Hold on for a second. I'm just going to go get my phone for a minute. Because I should be able to tell from my phone whether I'm actually streaming, right? I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? That should be able to tell. So I should be able to tell from there. So hold on a second. That. Whoops. Let me see what it's saying. I don't see an indication that I'm streaming. So you're supposed to be able to do all sorts of things from your phone, but it's not even showing me now that I'm streaming. Let me see if it shows here. It's not showing here. So there's no way to know. There's actually no way to know. Videos. Nope. Unless you do it from the machine. So do I take the risk? It doesn't look like I'm streaming, believe it or not. I don't have any way of finding out. So why bother? Why do I stream? Why do I stream on YouTube would be the thing, right? Why do I stream and now it wants to show me stuff that I didn't ask for? Let me get here. Wow, talk about taking over. I don't know what to do. This is what I'll do. I'm going to stream. I'm just a voice in the room. If you don't want to be alone in your room, oh, Kamaya. Well, you don't have to stay. And you're getting ready to leave anyway.
Right away.
Morgan, hello. Morgan is at Chichester. We have Chichesters. It's raining, men. Notice it's raining. They're telling me it's raining.
Hi.
Hi, Macy. This is my Macy here, and she's staying here. She's a farmer. Now, this is a new thing that's happened here where they're outside the building. And that concerns me a little bit. There isn't anything I can do about it until this building is a full level 3. This is only a 2.5, I think. And when he was supposed to be working on it, let's get him to upgrade this again now. We did have a problem with the town hall, but now it says it's a town hall 3, and so this is good. Mr. Villager, bad for the last crash, wasn't it? Thank you for being here, and that gives me an idea if there's something I can go to Discord. And if we get disconnected again like we did yesterday, you just go to Discord and put something there, because I cannot tell. I'm doing okay, but I can't tell. So I've got it on Discord right now, and if in fact if I can't, I mean, if you suddenly don't see me anymore, then, yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I just, you hear that air conditioner behind me? That's an air conditioner that is sitting literally right there. So eventually, I would like to move to a different room. But for now, Caroline Cressy, live long and prosper. Right now, I'm looking at people. We have a new person. Ooh, look at these numbers. We needed a blacksmith, and a blacksmith is strength and focus. So we actually have someone who has, I beg your pardon, strength and focus. It's nighttime here. It is 7:30 at night their time. Evose, how are you? How are you doing? Good. And so we're going to have Simeon is restless of being, this is interesting, see that number after him? Simeon's restless of being a farmer right now, and he would like to work as a blacksmith. So we're going to let him work as a blacksmith. We're going to take this path down to here. Let's come here. Is there no stair there? Oh, there he is. Ah, I see. We're going down into the infrastructure area where we were this morning on Twitch. And we'll see what's going on. So this morning on Twitch, we actually set a cookery underneath this this restaurant, and the cookery is down here. There it is, but it has to be built, and we're not quite ready to build it yet. we're not quite ready to open this restaurant yet. So based off of the people that we have right now, Leah, the people who would, Bristol, no. See, we don't have another restaurant owner. No. Otis is probably the most balanced. Parnell's over. And Troy, yeah, nah. So these are our people. And where's Romina? And that's what it should look like. Adaptability and knowledge for a restaurant should look like that. And so, yeah, so we don't have anyone right now. So we're not having him work on the cookery at this particular moment. And I was saying this morning on Twitch that now when a restaurant does not have someone working at it, they don't go to the restaurant. Oh, I was showing what you missed in Arnaaluk, and then it all disappeared, wasn't I? Okay, well, let me show you what you missed in Pitti Hamaalakut for a minute, and then we'll go back to Arnaaluk. How does that sound? So this is a brand new restaurant down in the farm, in the infrastructure area right here. And we're starting to have our level 3s. We now have a level 3 composter. This is the Hive level 3 composter here. And this is one of the entrances right there. But we're just having a window in that part. And then over here, I don't think these have been brought up yet. He's working. This is a house, and Otis and I think Uretzi live there. Uretzi is the sugar farmer. This is a field of tomatoes. We have 2 tomato fields and 1 pepper field. This is a pepper field here. We have corn, a cornfield right here. And back through the cornfield is the 3rd farmer, which we do not have, and Simeon. Simeon is going to take over this. And let's come here and let's find him. And there he is. So, thanks for, oh, you're welcome. Some skin work. Ooh. 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 Oh, yeah. Look at that. Nice. Yes, I see what you're saying, and it really does make a difference, doesn't it? Beautiful. Yeah. What's that crop? That crop is corn. That is corn, Minecolonies corn. And just a second, let me get him here. Did I hire him? Yay! Okay. So see, he's 2118. He's going to get really strong really fast. But we now have a blacksmith. And that means that we have someone who can actually make some armor. And let's see if he can make leather armor. E-A-T-H-E-R. Let me see if he can make leather armor. Nope, that needs a Fletcher. And so he can make chain armor, and that would be good. C-H-A-I-N. And I think they can wear chain armor right now. They can indeed. Something's wrong with this. that one's correct. Okay, so let's teach him how to make that. Teach him to make this. There's something going on here. And teach him to make these. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to see in a moment. We're going to see if he actually makes full armor or if he makes what we see here, which is nerfed, what looks like nerfed armor. Here where it has nothing. And we'll check and see what happens with that when he starts making armor. And do we want him to have anything? He doesn't really need anything, so let's come this way. So this is corn. This is corn in this field, and this field now belongs to a young farmer who's just starting, and she's going to take over Simeon's fields. This field is peppers, and these peppers are Parnell's field right here. Simeon also had a field up above because he's now a level 3. So he has another tomato field up here that he's working. But it says no one's here right at this moment. And aren't they pretty? Look at the tomato bushes. They're very pretty. So we're going to come up for a minute and get the new farmer settled, and you'll be able to see some things. So for instance, we have this is Shire Editions level 3. This is what the town hall looks like. This is the town hall right here. This entire little piece right here is the town hall. Isn't that wild? It's completely outside except for this tent over here where they have some supplies and things. But other than that, this is John Ryer putting fringe on the canvas top of the town hall, and that's most interesting. And this is where we started. This is that beautiful old oak root or stump that's still here and still gorgeous. And the farmer's market, and this is where we're going to put our new person right here. And it is Leah. So Leah is now the new farmer, and when we look here, we'll see that she is just going to take over 2 of his fields. And there she goes. That's Leah going with that direction. So excellent. So Leah is going to be here. Leandro is working on the level 3 of this tavern right now. He's getting materials for the level 3. And you remember that we had this is the apiary right here. This apiary is inside this tree. So this is one of those things where the visitors, the people who come here, can come into the tree to experience what it would be like to be inside one of these right here, to be inside a beehive. And so that is very fun, and the bees are out today. This is the university, and we're going to go up the elevator here. And Cade is working on this right now, and so he's pushed the trees. He's trimmed that tree down. We'll have to bring that tree back up and restore it. But this is now the level 3 university that he's working on. And how close is he? He's still working on it. And we have upstairs in the level 3 university is the library, which also, ooh, look at that, speakers in the floor, also needs work. Hello, everybody. And hi. And so the library is still only a level 2. And this is interesting that there is vines growing in the university. Now remember the thing that Chroma Hill's brown vanilla glass is broken. And so when this is done, we'll have to replace those with a different color. And over here, this was where we had an opening to go into the student center. So when this is done again, we will reopen that. We're not going to have a couch there. And this part of the fence will come away. I think you were here. He keeps putting this back, so I don't have too much of a choice here. I don't know how Deacon's getting here. I think Deacon is getting one of the druids to use magic to open that up so that he can come through, to take it so that he can fly over top or something like that. What is she going to do? So they're using magic because they're stopped right here. And this should be Ezra. It is Ezra. I know, Ezra. There you go. Go ahead. I'm just not gonna. But I'm gonna put it back so that he doesn't keep doing that. And Deacon, when Deacon's ready to go home,
fine morning, isn't it?
They'll do it too. Hi, Deacon. So this is the student center right here, and this is a decoration. This is the jungle market that we are using as a student center. And remember, we went into the flatland and made it so that this market was actually with these trees. Actually had spruce trees as a part of it. And so this is where we're at. Ooh, bees. This is where we're at as far as the university is concerned. We have some housing that you might not have seen, Mr. Villager, and that is we have jungle housing here, but we have a dark oak house that has been made out of birch. So this is actually a dark oak tree house made entirely out of birch. And when the time comes, I have to redo it, see, because I changed it in the flatland. So I'm going to have to put in the level, is this a 2 or 1? The level 1, the new level 1 of this. And then they will be able to build it up to a level 5. I made a mistake on the level, and that's what's going on there. I'm a little afraid of this being here. And I think I'm just going to have this, whoops, I'm going to have this. I don't like when the fence does this, and this is why I had it when they're two different colors. But I don't have a choice right now, unless I do like some different kind of fence altogether. Like a completely different color, and then it doesn't matter. I could do that, couldn't I? Or a completely different style. This is ebony fence right here. Let's try ebony fence in the places where those fences join together. So right here, let's put that in. like that better than... Yay! And there's some new things, Mr. Villager. See where it says where the fact that he completed is in green? That is new. And that's really fun. That it makes it much clearer that something good has happened. And I definitely like that. Yeah, let's do that for right now. Let's have where there is those kinds of meetings. We're just going to put in the black, the ebony wood for right at the moment. So that part is there. Who is this who's home? That's Catherine. It must be raining.
Need something?
No, she's taking time off. Oh, how nice. Did you see that thing where it shows
so wise.
idle? She's taking time off. Nobody has requested any honey, and so she is relaxing at home. And here is Cade, and he's upset about something. No. And let me see what he is asking for. He needs a spruce pressure. And then he needs vines. Now I thought I brought these vines here. But here we are again with him needing some vines. Should I let him not finish the university? Let's cancel him working on the university for a moment. I don't have those vines. If he hasn't gotten them yet, they're not here. I would have to get them from Arnaaluk. And we'll go to Arnaaluk in just a moment for that. But while he's waiting, let's look at the library. Can I put the library in before the university is finished? Let's look and see. It says I can. Nope, I can't. Okay, so he can't work on the library. So we need something level 3 for him to work on. And we're just going to have him begin working on the barracks and making it a level 3. Now he was working on it before, and we're going to have him continue. So this is like a 2.5, this barracks here. The framed mushroom is gray wool. We would have to make some gray wool, which is white and black. Other than that, everything else seems pretty much things that are here or that we can make. Blackstone stairs, now that might be a thing, but it's a lot of gray wool. But we're going to assign Cade to this and have it so that he begins to get these things. So I think you saw that we made a huge change right here. We put in another tavern, although it does not work. Remember, you can only have one tavern. So this tavern here is for the firefighters, and this goes down into where they're holding supplies downstairs. And this part of the tavern is an indoor sitting area. And then down here there are some guest rooms. Here's one of the guest rooms right here. And then we have another guest room right over here. So these guest rooms actually belong to this tavern. Here is a bathroom right here, a little door for the toilet area, And the reason that I put that bathroom in is because Minecolonies put that bathroom in. In this version of this tavern, that there is that bathroom. And so here is where that ladder came down to. This is supplies, or they can use the stairs. And let's come up. And then the rest of where the druids stay when they're off duty is these 4 compartments here. This one is for like a hostel. This is for multiple. And I think you might have seen this, Mr. Villager, when we fixed this whole area in here and made it that downstairs where they have their little rooms. I don't think there's any power right now in this area. I think I need some more coal. So these lights are going to come on right now. This is an emergency light in this one. But you can see that there are beds in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that one of these is empty. This one has some in it. Let's look at this one. This one has some. Let me look at this over here. This one is offline. Let's turn this one on. And I think that's the one that should work now. Let's come here and let's come down for a sec. And see if these are plugged in. Yes, okay. So that's what happened. That one was just out of coal. So there we go. So that takes care of... So those electrical outlet places here, I like that they're here. And we can see how much is in all of these. I almost want to divide this in half. Give them 40 and give them a little bit more. Okay, and then we have these rooms, which are for couples. So for druid couples, we actually have these rooms here. And I have, there it is. There it is. So let me turn on the light right here. There we go. So we just turned on one of the lights in this room. And technically that's not supposed to be there. So this room does have lighting. And we can turn off the light. Turn off the light. And remember, we have a treaty with the skeletons, and that's why we can have this kind of darkness. Which is really wonderful. Look at what's behind this curtain here for them. Isn't that beautiful? And the light over here, the switch is there. There we go. And so, yeah. So this is for the druids, this whole area right in here. Here's the other place where druids can be. You can see there's a whole line of closets for the 4 beds that are in this. This is Arcology, and Arcology does not have level 5 with 5 beds. So they're just too tiny. And so that's why we use them the way that we do. We don't use them for real housing unless we build it out. And so you'll remember that we got a new doctor, Marilyn, and this is now a level 2 hospital right here, which has towels in this area and coming up here. And we now have one of the pools right here. And it's really beautiful. And then we can go downstairs. have a door yet in this area. I think we're going to, but I don't remember for sure now. We'll see what happens. But this is the spa hotel, the spa hospital, specifically for the fact that this is a resort. There's the balloon. We're going to get on the balloon and go to Pitti because we need some things. But before we do, let's go over to the warehouse and let's see how much we can bring back. So we're going to get supplies from Pitti, from Arnaaluk for Pitti, but Pitti can pay for them. And we're going to sort. There we go. And then let's look for tomatoes. And we have some tomatoes ready to go. So we'll take some from here. This is a full set here. These onions and the durum and the eggplant came from Arnaaluk. So, but the tomatoes are going back to Arnaaluk from here. So we have people here. That's why we're leaving a portion of the tomatoes for them. We can look for peppers, see how many peppers there are. There might not be enough. But there are, yay! We grow peppers here, and Arnaaluk cannot grow peppers. So they get 2 stacks of peppers. And then corn, and we do have enough corn to take some back. So we have a 64, and this is excellent. Next, let's get minerals. So we can start with iron and see if there's, and sure enough, there's 4 iron ore that haven't been processed. So we do not have an ore smelter, even though we have a blacksmith. Ooh, look at this. We've got gold, deep slate copper. Whoa, that means that Aaron has reached deep slate. Wow. Ooh, and there's our first and diamonds. Oh my gosh, look at this pocket of, ooh. I think this is processed. So I don't think he found this amethyst. But wow, that makes me almost want to go and check and see if he actually did. Isn't that wild? Okay, so we found all the minerals. And this is either Deleza or Bristol.
Good to see you.
There's Bristol. Okay. And Deleza. And then Sadie.
Good to see
is
you.
Is our other courier. But we got what we came for. And we can go now to the balloon, and we're going to take an afternoon balloon to, do we want to go this way? You didn't see this. We put in another walkway behind the flower shop and the farmer's market right here. And it goes right next to Romina's restaurant right here. And then down to the firefighters platform right here. Comes all the way down. And then we can go up to the platform that's meant for visitors. Visitors platform. And let me come here. There we are. All right. I'm going to put the heavy stuff, the minerals, down here. Well, the tomatoes will get crushed if I hold on to them while we're flying in the balloons. So I think I'll put them all there. And I see that I have one of the flags down, the banners. We'll put that banner up. And now it's time to close the luggage compartment and to get on the balloon. Wait for the driver. We're going to pull out a magazine that shows us where we're going. And we're going to Arnaaluk. Let's just go. Dun, 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 dun. And look at that. There is the ruin of a monument that is a sea fortress, and there's a restoration right next to it. The third pyramid of this set is lost, and so yeah, there were 3 at one time. This is one of the reasons why I knew about this area in the first place, for them to come to suggest to the Druids that they come and live underwater, and they agreed to that. So we're going to come through here and go down the elevator and back into Arnaaluk. And here is Elaine. Elaine, I do need a ticket. Oh, she's going to give me a ticket. Wait. Am I interrupting you doing something? There we go. Okay. She's doing a whole bunch of stuff. But we got a ticket. We have to get a return ticket. We used the return ticket that we had, and so now let's use a stash box. Let's put all of this in here. That means a courier will come along and pick all of these things up. And this is very good. June. I saw June. There she is. Okay. So June is in charge of the hotel, and Elaine is in charge of the travel center. They are the peace druids who are in charge here. While we're here, and this is what happened, Mr. Villager, are you still there? Is anyone still there? Let's look and see. Let's look at Discord and see if it went away again. No? It's good. If you're still here, I'll continue with showing. But if you're not, then I'm going to go to the warehouse and look for some of the things that we need. I could ask them to bring them. That would actually work. Why don't we try that first? I'll ask them to bring some. I don't know. Now I don't know, because Mr. Villager is not answering, so I don't know if I'm still here or not. Still streaming or not. I'll just continue for right now. So let's come to here and let's get this, because we can look at what we need and look for it. So we need twisting vines, and let's request twisting vines and see if it says that we have any. IST, and I should have looked to see how many we need. We need 1. Good gracious. Oh, do you see? They were asking for the other vines too, and now that they're not asking for them, so they got those. They didn't get enough twisting vines. Yay. Okay. So, that song of the air conditioner has ended. And twisting, twisting, twisting vines. We just need one. And I'm just going to request one right now. So there is none. If there was some, it would say that they were going to be delivered, and they're not. So let me come here and look and see what else. We need oak fence for Aaron. Aaron's the, oh look, they're showing. They didn't used to show. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we need oak fence. The warehouse is full again. We need oak fence for Arnold. So let's do 64. Let's go ahead and get oak fence. And let's just get a full 64 of oak fence. So we see, I think the sticks have been finally worked out, that the sticks weren't available, and I think they're worked out now. And then what else do we need? Diamond axe. And I don't think we can do the diamond. I think we have to make it ourselves. Axe. Oh no, we can. Okay, so we're going to make, let's make 6 diamond axes for him, and that will hold us for a while. And what else? Everything else, look at this, seems to already be there, except food. Whoa! Brittany needs 553 stone. Okay, that's serious. And Troy needs 172 stone. We need some serious stone. So let's go to stone. That amount of stone is like let's do 600, let's do 800 stone. Request 800 stone. And what does it look like? 736 from the warehouse. From the warehouses, from all the warehouses are going to be delivered. And we don't have enough, so that means that we're going to have to make some stone. And that's what our 2 stone smelters will do. They'll make stone, Yale and Logan. They're both stone smelters, and they'll have to smelt us some stone. And other than that, black glazed terracotta, we need 10. Black glazed terracotta. 10, no, glazed, Glazed, terracotta, RA. And we need the black, and we need 10 of them, so we'll get that. We requested that, and that's down at the bottom. And there's things that are going to be delivered, and then we need from the bottom here, that is diorite. I don't think there's any diorite. And that is birch, stripped birch, and that's red nether brick, and quartz and prismarine. So quartz, we need didn't it say chiseled quartz? We're not going to find it. CHIS. Chiseled. LED. QART. And there. Let's request 3. And then I'm going to look right now and see how many he actually wants. Is that 2? Okay. Prismarine stairs. So we need dark prismarine and red nether brick stairs. So 15. Dark prismarine. Dark prismarine. Stairs. And we can get them. So we'll get 10. Request. How many do they actually need? Three. 15 red nether brick. So we'll do red nether brick stair. I don't know that I'm streaming because Mr. Villager isn't talking to me on either of the things that I have. Now it might be that he had to go away. And anyone else who wants to talk to me, you can, so that I know that I'm streaming. But this is my thing that I don't really have a lot of people watching cancel, and I still like to do it. I don't know why. I still like to. I just like it. I like streaming, and I like it. And so, okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff. I just want to check one more thing here at the bottom and see. It's the diorite, because there's not a drop of diorite there. We haven't had a chance. There's dark prismarine stairs, and maybe we need some dark prismarine and just period. So let's get dark prismarine, so that in case we need something, we're going to request a full set of dark prismarine, and then diorite, D-I-O-R. Now, if it needs to be polished, I think that we can do. So we're just going to request a diorite. That's a lot of stuff. That is. So we'll stay here for a minute. Gosh, I wish. But that will continue to be my wish, because now I have no way of knowing. I'm going to look here and see what it says. And that's just so weird. I'm on here and it is not saying anything. At least on Twitch you can see. So I probably won't keep this. When I do a lot of when I'm distressed, I don't keep them. So probably won't keep it. And I say when I'm stressed because I'm actually a little stressed today. We are taking care of family, and when I come here to be able to escape that, to have a time when I don't have to necessarily worry as much. because this preoccupies my mind. That's the only reason why. And the things that have been happening where I have the lag and my computer, I need a new computer, and that is taking time and stuff like that. All of that makes no place for me to go with this. Now, when I skate, roller skating, I love roller skating, and it does give me that, but the rink is not open today. I suppose I could go outside and skate, but yeah. So I will probably not keep. There's no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing that I'm actually streaming. Well, there is a way of knowing, but that would mean that someone was watching. So no one's watching right now who wants to say anything to me. And that's fine. So when I begin to get my first lags, I will probably end the stream for now. I have all these places where we have fish, and the fish are all cared for by the druids, the peace druids. They actually, it's kind of their project that they are keeping this aquarium right here. The other aquariums are private aquariums. Harry has one connected to his restaurant, and Calvin has an aquarium in his sifting plant. And is there one more somewhere? We used to have an aquarium in, we might get an aquarium in Dex's house. Oh, and speaking of which, that's right, we changed. Speaking of which, the warehouse is full. We have to go to it. Let me look at something here. Nope, still not working. Okay, so wow, that is a real interesting bug. So we're going to go to the other warehouse, which we're in the we're closer to the center because there's the main warehouse, and this is the town hall right here, and we're going to the east, and Juliet is the sun. We're going to the second maker's area where the second warehouse is, and we'll do that. What's the matter with you?
Fine afternoon, isn't it?
Are you out of food? Hold on. Let me look for a second. It's early in the morning. He might not be out of food. I'm looking. He has way too many teas. So let's take these teas away. He should only have 3. Technically, he has too many of these, even. He should only have 3 of these as well. And he's got 4. He does have enough of some of the others, but you see what's missing, don't you? The sushi is missing. And let me see what they're eating. So they are eating the rice balls, spicy eggplant, and ramen. And what does he have? He has spicy eggplant and ramen. They're not eating the egg drop soup, but they are eating ramen. How many egg drop soups is this? Let's take this away. There's just too many of those things. And let's come here to the fridge. There's nothing here and here. So we can put the 7 rice balls in there. The egg drop soups, I think they should technically go in here, but we're going to put the teas in the stash box so they can go back to, well, wait a minute, why am I going to go do that when I'm on my way? I'm on my way to the second warehouse, so we might as well put them in the stash box at the warehouse when we go there. And we're going to have to stop the production of onions for right now, stop the production of a couple of the vegetables. And while I'm on my way there, this is Daniela's farm, and Nola is helping her. And let's see what she's growing. She's growing onions in the field. Let me see how many onion fields she has. Let's look here. She has 3, and all 3 of them are growing. So we're going to stop these 2, and she can harvest that one. I think we should actually stop her from doing all onions, but we'll definitely stop her from doing 3 of them. Cabbage and garlic are up above. And let's go to, so she's just only going to do 1 set of onion fields for now. Let's go down here to Nola. Nola is doing no onions. We have 2 garlic fields and a cabbage field that she's working on. So we'll check and see. And he's doing eggplant. He's doing 2 garlic fields. One of those fields, Nola is working durum wheat. And we'll check and see how much we need. And over here, this is definitely eggplant there. So we're going to go to the warehouse and see how much of that. Now, this morning on Twitch, we took over a huge supply of farm wheat, animal wheat, the Minecraft wheat that the animals still eat. And let's sort, and let's see if that clears the inventory here. It did, yay, so that's good. So that means that there's still some space. If it doesn't clear that inventory, then there's no space left. And let's look at onions. Let's look at onions for a minute. And we have 49,000. So that's way too many in this place here. And what I think I can do, so see these coffees? Let's make them go away. No one should be making any milk bottles. I think they're off the list. Let's see if we can find, that's garlic. I want to find an onion by itself. And here's one here. So let me get rid of these for a second. We're going to put these in here. Oh, and look, we didn't get rid of the wheat that we got. We didn't put any of the wheat stuff away that we brought back. Let's come here and let's gather all of that. And so I've got a set of onions. Let me take the rack and put it down. Do we have any more here? Yes, we do. Let's take that set and take them away. And let's go look at it. That should give us enough room for right now. Onions.
I don't remember the last time I saw the sun.
And that brought it down by 5,000.
Oh, so cold.
Welcome
Wet,
back.
cold, wet. I hope I don't get sick. I
Welcome
hope I don't get
back.
sick.
I'm glad you came back. Thank you for coming back. I was lonely. And I wasn't sure I was streaming. And so thank you for coming back. So we just picked up a ton of onions, and we'll see how we want to do this. We can take some over, or we can put them in the other warehouse, which we actually could do. But we might just want to sell them so that we can have, let's see how much rice we have here and chickpeas. So rice, we don't have a lot. And chickpeas, we don't have a lot. And kelp, we don't have a lot. And salmon, we don't have any here. Ooh. Yeah, when our salmon beds are at the point where they're not ready, we get salmon from other locations where their salmon is ready. The corn is here. We do have some peas, peppers. Let's see, the nether peppers, we don't hardly have any. So all of those onions, all of those onions are going to go to some place where they can't grow onions, and or where they don't have enough in the same way, and we will give them some of those, and that will take care of that. We reduced our seeds. I'm looking at copper and onions, this place being full of garlic, copper, and onions. So we can have some of this go away. If you want abundance, Minecolonies will give it to you. That is for sure. So you do not have to worry. Look at all of that copper that's been done already. Hi. So she's putting away the teas that I put in that stash. Mr. Villager, are you still there? If you are, I'll show you. You didn't see me finishing the submarine, the cruise submarine, right? I can show you the cruise submarine. We just came down here to make sure that this warehouse was full, so we just came back for that. And I can show it to you, but you're gone again. Either you're gone or I'm gone. Let's see who's gone. Let's see who went away. Let's go to here. Let's go to Discord and see if in fact I'm the one who went away. Nope, I'm not. All right, so until he comes back, we're going to look at some things. Let's come here. Yeah, I don't have that many. It varies from time to time. And part of the reason I think that I don't have is because of changes in Minecraft that came with 21.4 and 5. And those changes are interesting and have made a different play. It seems like Minecraft itself is heading away from the constant fighting. After the ultimate fights, the vaults, after those underground vaults being the ultimate in fighting, and now Minecraft is having these ghasts that are friendly ghasts, and showing pictures of friendly animals and friendly ghasts, and people actually going on adventures as opposed to survival, which is really curious. This curious place to be. And so, yeah. So, I mean, there's still plenty of survival for those who want it. All you have to do is go underground, go to the end, or go to the nether. And you have all the survival that you want. So, here we are. I'm going to come here. This is the Trees Hotel and Travel Center. And we're going to go to the Travel Center. Now, if we were going back to Pitti right now, we would come here and take this elevator up to the surface so that we could use a balloon. But if we wanted to cruise around and have a luxury cruise, we would take this ship. This is a submarine. It has 4 crew members, 2 that drive and 2 to assist the passengers. And this is where they bunk and also where they keep their stuff. That's where they keep their clothing and everything. And then over here we have some supplies, probably some foodstuffs for the trip. Then we have the 6 compartments, and we can have 8 people in 6 compartments. So 2 compartments are doubles, and the other 4 are singles. And this is what it looks like when the door of a single is closed. This is what it looks like when the door of a double is closed. This is a double open, and 2 doubles here are open, and this double's open. And these are restrooms right here on both sides. And then through here is the dining car for both the crew and for the people, the passengers. And we worked on that just in the last few days. And then right here, we have the kitchen for the dining car right here. And this is the kitchen in between. And then here is the viewing car. So this is the car where people come and they can actually look, they can sit here and enjoy looking at everything from down at their feet. Oh no! Okay, so let me get out of the chair for a minute. We're going to go to one of the crew bunks, and we're going to use it to sleep. So we're going to sleep right here. And there we are. It is nighttime, but it is thunderstorming. As we can hear. Good gracious. Right at the end of that thunderstorm. And here we are. We were in bed. Wasn't that nice? Nice Paladin. This is Paladin's beds, and they make beautiful bunk beds. And you just saw me use a lower bunk, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And so, where were we? We were in the viewing car when we heard all that thunder and fury. We heard it all. So the yellow that you see on the outside of this train is the docking bay for this particular submarine. And because it can pull into this, what? Wow. It needs to have a caboose so that, and so this is the engine room with the caboose right here, so that one of the drivers can actually direct the submarine back into this bay, into this docking bay right here. Oh, and back here we have a bathroom on this side, and then we have part of the kitchen right there. So, yeah. So, yeah. So I don't know, once again, I'm hoping that we're still streaming. I hope so. And I don't have a word yet on Discord. This is a time, what time of day is it where Mr. Villager is? Where Mr. Villager is, it is, let's check. It is 3:49 in the afternoon. Wow. So it's daytime there. Even though it's summer, daytime, it's spring, and it's daytime there. The time it is here is 1:50 in the afternoon. It is 88 degrees where I am, and it is 82 degrees where Mr. Villager is. And just to give you an idea, in Paris right now, it is 8:50 at night and 61 degrees. And in New York, it is 2:50 in the afternoon, and it is a gorgeous 75 degrees in New York. Wow, that just sounds gorgeous. I love New York. Okay, and so we'll get back to Discord just in case Mr. Villager comes back. And there we are. So like I said, when I was kind of feeling like this, I think, isn't the music though? The music is gorgeous. It does make me feel better. It does. It makes me feel better. Let's see if we've gotten any of what we asked for yet. Hi, June. June's like, yeah, I'll check for you. I'll check and see if any of the stuff came in. Look at this! Yahoo! Look at what we've got already! This is wonderful. This is working really, really wonderfully. While they're getting the rest of what we need, why don't we go ahead, and since Mr. Villager is not here, I'm going to go to the other warehouse from the back way. I'm going to walk through here. This is building 1 of the Witch Hazel apartments, and this is the apartment for Michael and Ron. And this is their apartment right here. which is pretty cool. And you go upstairs. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Alright, so there's the first saving world. And how long? An hour and 20 minutes. Not bad. And there is Ron. Ron is, this is new, them being up super high on these beds. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. But I noticed that earlier today that someone was, it's almost as though he's sitting. Why don't they do that? Hey, Ron. Ron lives here. And this one is completely done. This, look at the floor that they put in. Look at how beautiful that is. And then over here, this is Zaf's apartment. This was the one where he loved the way the kitchen looked when it was at this point. And then we changed it, but he wanted that kitchen for his own place. And upstairs here, we had started doing some things for him, but it was at a time when he didn't come back, and I hope everything's okay with him. And it's actually okay. Okay, and then here, oh yeah, this is Miranda and Isaac's place. We were looking at this earlier today too, because this is our tree farmers, and their house is quite something. Miranda apparently loves decorating. Look at this, this is wild. Here, we must still be waiting for some furniture, although it looks really nice in the kids' rooms. Right here. And I like that. Yeah, so this is one of the ones, we have lots of apartments that are either almost full, almost completed, or fully completed, and then we have a bunch that haven't been started yet, like this one. There is a glacier in this area, and so there is no windows for this apartment. And even up here, you can see the curtains are drawn here. And yeah. Okay. So what happens for me is I begin to relax, because there's nothing else that I can do. This relaxes me, being in this world, and we're headed towards the warehouse, and so I begin to relax. And now we could put them in here. We could put this is the other side of but the fact that we have so many means that we should in fact put them on a ship and let them go. And bring back chickpeas and rice and salmon, and maybe even some cheeses. We can make cheddar, but we can bring some cheddar back from other towns, so we can have MT Island cheddar. And so this is the new warehouse here, and that's what I think we're going to do with the onions. With the coffee goes to Tahana, because they're fascinated. My people are fascinated with the flavor and taste of coffee, and so they like having it. And everything else is going to Pitti Hamaalakut. And so that's it. That's our second warning. That was a beach ball and a lag. And I'm going to see how we're doing too. If I get out and get back in, then we can be on for another hour. And so the stream is staying here, but I'm going to save and quit to title and go and get back to where we can play without lagging. So the game is gone, and we are going to come over to CurseForge and bring it back up. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the United States right now, which is where I am, and that make it really difficult. But I think some people would say that was sort of first world. It still doesn't make it less difficult, but in comparison to starving in Gaza or something like that, what's happening for me begins to feel kind of stupid. Kind of really stupid. So the launcher is up and we're loading, and just having that thought actually has pulled me out of the little tiny funk that I was making for myself. Yeah, we're not starving, and we still have all of our relatives. They haven't been blown up in several countries. And we're not on some ship in the Mediterranean. And what's really sad about that is that since I'm waiting for Neo4j to load the game, when Ewan McGregor and his friend Charlie did Long Way Down, I think it's Long Way Down is the one where they're in South America. And they took some of these little boats. They had to take a little boat across the water, and that little boat was just full of fishermen. And it was really, this is who they're talking about shooting and killing. And it's distressing. It's distressing. Because there's nothing that is showing that there's no due process. It's not like you have been found guilty in a court of law. And we are not at war. So what is it? If we're not at war, and we're back, and if we're not at war with Venezuela, if we're not at war, what are we doing? And it's really kind of strange. So something's wrong here. Now this is a level 3, so those don't appear until level 4 or 5. That's what's the matter. I get it now. So let's have River work on this. We're not going to hire anyone here. We're going to have River continue to build this up to the level 5. And this is only a level 3. So River is the builder in this area, and she's going to work on this. Lionel, this was one of Lionel's last jobs, was making this platform, this Scrubs platform, a level 5. And it's all done. The hat, we have some hats on us, but we would have to go to Amanda's and use, let's go to Amanda's for a minute and use one of her anvils in order to I think we can use the anvil to do it. Let's see if we can. But do we have to use magic? Let's try. Let's take, this is Aqua Affinity. This is Respiration. And this is Respiration here. And this is Depth Strider. So these 3 books right here, can I combine them? So what do I have? I have Respiration and Aqua Affinity, and then combine this, and now I have Depth Strider 3 on that. Is this a Respiration 3? What Respiration is this? So we have a full Respiration Depth Strider, Aqua Affinity, and we have one of these. So we're going to take this and put it here, and put this here, and there we go. And there it is. So that's the that is what's needed there. Believe it or not, there's one needed here, and it's sitting right in here. Let me come down here like this. See how there is a diving suit right here. This diving suit also needs Aqua Affinity on the hat. We'll have to do something about that. But for right now, we'll just come back here. And we'll go for now, and let me go through. Let's take that helmet back and put it with that suit. That was a really nice one, wasn't it? Now 3 up. And so there it is. So that is the kind of helmet that goes on, and so I have one book left. I have another helmet there, and this helmet, let's just put that there for right now. And so there we have all the stuff, and we're going to see when these come in, because it's still saying that there's nothing there. This block is missing its respective building. So that means that they have that block there from the beginning. Aquatica always had that at the beginning, but apparently they don't want you to actually have it anymore until you get to level 4 or level 5, apparently, because I don't understand. Or we put them there and they're not actually there. let's take those away for right now. I'm gonna open that part up. Since they keep saying the same thing over and over, let's have her replace them. And that will take care of that. And yeah, the air conditioner came on. So this is where we're going to have Evelyn be. And we'll see which one she likes the best. I think she's probably going to like this back one here. And we can put in all sorts of desk pieces for them. We can have a desk here. And these are still dripping, so we might have to do the, let's come here and put these on. There we go. And over here. Oop. And there we are. Okay, so let's look at some desks. We'll put this up. So if we wanted, we could have it be different, that each one would have whatever kind of desk that they wanted to have. This is crimson, this is mangrove right here. The desk and the desk drawers for mangrove drawers right here. And we could have white lamps. I think we're going to use white lamps on all the desks. Let's have Valhelsia. This is Valhelsia's desks right here, and let's do the acacia. So that's 3 different desks. And we can have one desk here. And it almost seems like it should be like this. So let's put the desk, the drawer part of the desk right here, and the seating part of the desk here. And then they're facing the doors. And you can see. And here, let's do the same with this one. Let's have the drawer part. Yeah, this is good. Have the drawer part of the desk here, and the desk seating right here. So they can see each other. And then right here, same thing. And they can sort of see some of the other right there. Evelyn might take this one. And this is, that was acacia, right? So this is going to be this color right here. And the desk right there. I like this a lot. Okay, next, let's have chairs. And we're going to look at all the different chairs that we can have. Because of the fact that the lamp, I don't think we're going to take up desk space with a lamp. We're probably going to have these lamps just be here, but maybe have something like this. Rather than having lanterns, we have 2 things that we could choose. We could choose to have the paper lanterns, these. We could have floor lamps, could actually, and I think that lamp that I liked belonged to something that did not come. Oh no, there it is, the bamboo lanterns. Let's see what this looks like if we use these. instead of those. And so the lights in this area are like that. I definitely like that. Hi. Oh, it's Justin. Justice. It's Justice. So we're not going to use those. Let's get chairs. And office chairs. So there is a set of chairs that belong to, there they are, here they come, these. So we're going to do these. So this is crimson with crimson, crimson with magenta. Why don't we do crimson with gray? Acacia with gray. This is Rosia's, that's cherry. Let's come up here and see if we can find the regular colors. That's upholstered oak, spruce, and what happened to acacia? Spruce, oak, birch, jungle, and so acacia's right down here. And acacia gray. There's an acacia gray, and then we need the, what is that, warped? I'm not sure what there is. This is warped, right? Yes, it is. Okay, let's see if we can get chair. A warped chair. Chair with warped legs. We should be able to. And there they are. And there is the gray. So this will be very easy. So the chair that goes here is here. The acacia. This is, whoop. This is, ooh, crimson. No, not crimson. We need acacia and we needed that one there. That's nice. And then we need and mangrove. We got crimson by mistake. Let's get mangrove. Let's see if I can find it faster this way. And there it is right there. Wool. Gray wool, mangrove. And we can put this one right here. Let's do trash cans. Let's see if we can find. So we have two types. We have the mesh one and we have the big metal one. And we can put, whose is this? So we're talking about maybe that Evelyn would be here, but we like kind of Evelyn being here. And so we put a mesh trash can right there. And it is a trash can. And so she has that. I suppose we can do that for all of them. In here, we need a trash can in this corner back here. And I think we're good. I think we're good with that. Alright. So the onions that we took out of the other place, 5,000 onions. Let's close the crafter. Actually, let's close the crafter up. we'll have to, those will be loaded on a ship. And so we could set up some crates to show that those are going to be loaded on a ship. Let's do a couple things so we can have books. Let's go to Beautify. Beautify has pictures. These pictures might be usable. This crimson, let's do acacia. Let's have the acacia desk actually have pictures on it. We have hanging flowers, and we'll figure out some of the things that we want to do here. So the acacia desk, we're going to put this on here, and that works. And then on this desk, let's do some books. Right here, let's see what we can do. Okay, I actually kind of like that. And then for her, let's hang, can't hang anything there. We'd have to have that. And this is what happens. That is too, there's not enough hanging down. So see how it looks? It's super high up. And that's the problem. We would have to hang it from something lower. Oh. 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 That's interesting. Hold on a sec. Can we hang it from fence? Let me look at fence for a second. I'm just picking a piece. I want to see if this can be hung from the fence. There we go. So that's actually what needs to happen, is that it needs to be hung from a fence piece. The only problem is that the fence piece would have to be here. And that's not pretty, is it? So I'm not going to be able to do that. Right here, there is a cookery right here and a bakery there, but the restaurant is a ways away, and so we're going to take advantage of the fact that the restaurant is far away, and we're going to put right here, see right there, we're going to put in the cabinet and counters for a little coffee station right here. So let's do that. Let's take this yellow and bring it through. So we only have one piece, but this is perfect for putting that on. So let me get cabinets for a minute. C-I-N. I'm doing cabub today. C-A-B-I-N. Let's let everything go for right now. Oh, ooh. I just realized something that we might can do is have the, yeah, I see them. Have this be right here, and then that would put the plant right there. That's perfect. I'm good with that. Why are you, I see why you're leaking. Hold on. Let's get one of these here. Put that on there. Is someone else leaking? Okay. So yeah, so what kind of flower? Let's do azure, see, because the azure looks really pretty in here. So we'll do the azure, and there it is. Excellent. Excellent. So that would be funny if every flower looks like that when you put it in. I don't know for sure, but there's a possibility that that could be the case. So we're going to come over here and look. We don't need these guys anymore, or this, or this. And we're going to put this up because we're going to look for cabinetry. C-A-B-I-N-E-T. Paladin. Paladin and macaws have wonderful, wonderful cabinetry. Mr. Crayfish has great cabinetry. And if we wanted to put a sink, oh, that would be interesting. I like this light gray. Let me see if there are drawers. D-R-A-W-R. Drawers that match. And sure enough, there is. So this light gray, that's light gray. And let's look and see what that looks like. So if we put a cabinet there, if we wanted to put a counter facing in a different way, like that, put that facing like that, that's interesting. And then have a sink right here. Or should we put the sink in the middle? Let's put the sink in the middle. Drawers. So we'll put drawers there, a sink right here. Let's go for sinks. S-I-N-K. These are Mr. Crayfish's sinks down here, and we have this sink to go with that set. Paladin sinks right here, and I don't have anything except the dark concrete white sink, or this is concrete. That's a concrete sink with granite, deep slate, smooth, or concrete. Concrete to leather. So let's look and see what that. So that sink would look like that. Actually, kind of like that. Let's use this one. Yeah, I like the sink being set back from the Mr. Crayfish cabinets. Are these Mr. Crayfish? I think so. No, you're not going to tell me what they are? Hold on. No, it's not. That's fascinating. Yes, they are Mr. Crayfish. And we're using Paladin's sink. And then for the cabinets, we'll just put one cabinet above the sink. C-A-B-I-N-E-T. And there is a matching cabinet to Paladin has to that dark concrete. Right there, and I just have to find it. And here it is. So that would be this one. And this is the one that we want. Put that in. And so there we have that. Let's put the coffee machine on this side. So a brewer this brewer is from Adorn, and the mug, I believe this is Adorn's, right? Okay. The Adorn mug fits in this coffee machine, and that's why we're getting it. And looks like that. So on her desk, on Evelyn's desk right here, we're going to put coffee. We're going to use handcrafted dishes and cups, mugs, which are down here. And we can give white cup there. If she wanted to have something to match her place and to match this area, this is actually quite a really good looking cup, that one. But I changed my mind. I think I just want to have the white one. Yeah, I think so. No. No, I don't want that any. Okay, so let's put that on. I think I like that better. And we're going to put a pressure plate here. Pressure plate right here. And this is the one. Wow. That's fascinating. We want one that looks like a computer, which is of course the heavy metal. Heavy metal. All this can go right now. And we'll put computer right here. I suppose we could use a real computer. We could use QMPUTER. We could use this one. Let's see how we feel about this. Sitting there. It's actually quite nice, isn't it? Here. And here, and we'll put that in. That's interesting. Under the coffee machine. No, I don't want that. I don't want any place. This is what happens with generators. The only place we can put the generator is in the ceiling. We can do a white generator in the ceiling. Generator, GENERATOR. There it is. And then we can put the wrench in the there we go. So that's what we want right there. We'll pick up that. I think I can still attach that. And we're going to find out right now if I can attach it to there. Yes, I can. Okay, and now this generator is offline. Let's turn it on, but there's no fuel. Let's make these go away for a second. We need two things. We need a wrench again. And then we need coal. And remember, there's a ton of coal in the warehouse that's full. And we could go back and get it. And we'll just sit the wrench in this drawer right here. And this is Evelyn. So we're going to move Evelyn to here. And let us go, no, this might be the wrong way to do it. If I don't find her, there she is. And this says she lives 36 blocks from here, and this is good. So we're going to have her be here. This is her new desk and her new place. And we're going to go and find some coal. Now there might be some coal here already. There's 7, so that's not enough. And so wait, we want blocks of coal. There are shoes here that need to be put together. There's fish. There's plenty of cod. And the puffers, we sell those. We sell puffer fish and the water. Let's take this away. The puffer fish can be sold. And the tropical fish, unfortunately, will be returned. They can't be used. They're very fragile, and they have a tendency to fall apart. So we're going to take these things right here and put them in. Let's see if there's any more water in here. There's 4 bottles someplace. And there they are over there. Let's go for them. 4 bottles here. So we'll take these bottles down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take this fish and this. Look at how much cod we have here. This is from the fisheries in this area. And we have a lot of stuff going on here. So let's put the bottles of water up. And the rotten flesh goes back to the skeletons. It was part of our treaty agreement with them that we have to get special permission to use their flesh, and we also have to return flesh that is recovered from different places, and so that's what we're going to have to do with that. We're looking for coal. Is that warehouse full again? Yes, it is. So we're going to go back to the warehouse, although this time we're going to stress my computer because we're going to take the taxi back instead of walking through the place. Although if we walk through, it does give everybody a chance to work. When we're at the far ends of the city, we don't have force chunk load because it's dangerous in cities like these, and so we don't have that. So we are simply going to walk through the city to get people to move around. There is Laura. Laura's in her plague. So this is steampunk.
Good day to see you.
Hi, I know you still need some food. This is steampunk. So what she is actually in is, what she's actually wearing is her surgical. She's wearing surgery, not just plague, because we have vaccines here, so we don't have plague. The plague has virtually been wiped out in this city. But surgery for injuries or for something else, that might be something. Okay. And so we can look at that. I'm seeing a little bit of unhappiness, but that unhappiness has to do with the fact that we still need to order rice and beans and things. So see, this is how it looks. And so when we sort, all of those things go away. And this is empty again. And we're just waiting. There we go. So there it is. And they'll start working again. And we know that we have, let's look at the onions. Again, we have a huge amount. We still have 45,000. That's practically the entire warehouse. At one point we had seeds like that. Onion. So let's click on it so you can see. Look how many this is. So yeah, so this is when we begin to sell it off and get lots of food in return. Look at this. Look at all of that. So that's what we will do. And, oh, we have some soybeans over here. We have some rice has been brought in. So I can check for kelp. Salmon was the thing that there wasn't enough of. Kelp. And kelp, salmon. And there's still none. So there's still no salmon. So yeah, so this, oops, sorry, I bumped into them. So this is a loader, and it is loading that barge. Barge. That's the word that I could not find anywhere. Barges. It's loading that barge to go to market, and it is going to load up all of the onions. Well, not all of them. Let's say maybe leaving maybe like 10,000 onions is good. And yeah, and so that is what we'll have. What time of night is it? It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She must not have any orders for concrete right now. I saw something here. Oh yeah, the brewing. So this is how Chroma Hill's brewing stands look. They look very, very, very archaic, medieval. And we could, if we wanted to put something here, rather than having these be here, we could put redstone. Let's go to redstone for a minute. We could put these. Like this is where the water, these control the water. That's here. So we can have that. Oh, it's raining. Okay. Hi, what you doing? You're cold and wet? How can you be cold and wet? Hold on, let me see. Oh, she has a place back here. This is Cadence, where she can actually walk. And there she is. And Cadence is just waiting to have something. Actually, it's raining, but she's a level 5, so she should, no, she will. She will work regardless when she has an order. So she doesn't have any orders right now. And let me look at the teach for a second. Custom recipes. Nope, we can't teach her anything. Priority is recipe mode and no tasks remaining. So she's just hanging out. These are the other couriers here, and you see they have a different style of computer on their desks. This is underwater base. And we do now have a door, there it is, out to, and that's supposed to be, there we go, so that we can come out here and get into the submarine, and we can drive it. Now this is one that this part hasn't been fixed, and so let's get glass for a minute. ASS, and we need chips glass, because we want to put in not a clear leaded, just a plain clear. Oh no, that's what we want. We want the clear leaded. So let's take this piece right here and put this in right there. So this is how they drive, and we're good to go. So how do we get back? This is a this is one right here. So we can take this one here and click on it. That'll put us down. And then when we come here, we can make that go up. And we can crawl back through. And when we get here, we can stand up. It's just magic. It is so cool. It's really cool. And it's not magic, actually. It's Mixasa and Matlam putting in technology for this build. And it's still a masterpiece. It still is. in design and in just taking advantage of all the things that could be taken advantage of. At the time, this was 19, and having it look like this is really amazing. It's totally amazing. Arden is hungry? What time of day? You're hungry at the end of the day? Are you going to go home without having anything to eat? Interesting. What's going on with Steffi? Too much food. She is probably not feeding anybody. 1, 2, 3. And this goes back to the warehouse. Let's put this here for a minute. How many teas? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So that goes back to the warehouse. She's got 3 kimchis. No one's eating kimchi apparently. And she's got dinners. They seem to be eating. Let's see what they actually are eating. Let's see. We can put this in the fridge. And let's look and see what they're eating. Whoa, another thunderstorm. They're eating congee and rice balls and spicy eggplant. The spicy eggplant is gone. And sushi rolls. And the sushi rolls are gone. So that's the problem. We have to quickly run. Let's put these 2 back. We're going to go to the Willows Druid Station, and we're going to sleep upstairs in their station. And it is nighttime, so it's 7 o'clock at night. Why are we rushing? Because we have a city on land now. And so that means that we can be affected. And there we are. So we just got up. And let's see what I've got here. This lamp, this lamp is just a regular lamp. This is the, and there's Bailey. Hi, Bailey. Bailey coming up probably to get some clothes, get some fresh clothing and things. She's the mine druid. And up here, this is where one of our druids is. Who's down there with her? Is there someone down there with her? We didn't have enough people. But Galilea is here. And speaking of Galilea, there she is. So Galilea has the ability to see above the surface as well as below from this tower. And it is the next morning. Slept all night. Bailey came in the morning to change. And Galilea came in also. And there's Avery. Avery is the stonemason. There's Logan, who's the smelter. And what is Ryan waiting for?
If you say so.
She's waiting for those which require stripped spruce log, which is something that the foresters can do automatically. You don't have to teach them to do that. And so the only problem is that the ones who need to do that are at the other end of the city. And so we're going to return now that we've got that warehouse not doing what it was doing before. We're going to return here and see. Return to that part of the city so that Miranda or Isaac can strip some spruce for either Leroy or Milan or Dexter. Those are 3 carpenters in the sawmills that we have here. Minecolonies calls them sawmills, and I like carpentry shops. So we're going to come through. And come through the warehouse. This is another one of the submarines that's going to go out. And this submarine, let's see if we have, how many we have here. Collects a lot of saddles. We'll look in just a second. This is our second, but we only have 1, okay. So we're not going to worry about doing any of that. I think that this warehouse is down pretty okay. I know we have some bows that we can combine, but we don't have, and look at the corn that we have here. This is the corn coming in from Pitti Hamaalakut. There is some rice and kelp here as well. And wow, look at the mint. So we don't need anyone growing any mint. There's only 3 onions here? Interesting. Do we want to put some onions here? That's curious. Oh. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know that I do. The wheat for animals is here. We have plenty of sticks, so no one's going to be making any. And we have some cookies. Look how many cookies we have here. I don't know that we need those cookies here. Ah, and there we go. Let's take the full sets, these 4 full sets, back with us. Do we need a gas tier? Let's take it. Let's take the waters away. And we do have nether. We probably could use some red beds. Those are ender pearls. We probably could use the red. No, they're both orange. Okay, so that's why. So we're going to go to the backpack, and we're going to pack these things away here, and then the waters. We're still packing water and gas tier. Okay. This glass door was made for them, and we have that door, so we don't necessarily need it. Call you on Discord. Funny Gamer. Hi, Funny Gamer. How are you? Thank you for being there so that I know that you, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And let's look here. And Funny Gamer is not on my list right now. So when I get done, I will look for you. And we'll do it like that. And so these pieces go back in here. But thank you so much for being in my chat so that I could see. And we're good. Okay, so we are looking, yay! We are looking at someone who is upset about something. I would like her to come back down, but she's probably going to come down on the other side. That's usually a thing where they don't like what restaurant is serving near them. And that causes them, wait, oh, nope, that person's off duty. There she is. What is wrong with her? Wait. This is what happens when you have haste. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch her because I'm lagging. But she went up to the desk. Yay! And that helped. Ooh.
Is there a problem?
Samira. Yeah, see, that's what I knew. It's the restaurant. Okay, so we'll have to find what restaurant she's near and figure out. It might be Steffi's restaurant, but we'll have to check later and see. And then there's Sarai. And Kishore is off right at the moment. And there we have all the things. Now, we're starting to really lag now. That would be interesting if it was the backpack, wouldn't it? I don't think so. I think it's just that I have a ton of stuff, and Java doesn't have enough room with the amount of gigs that I have, gigabytes to process, and also doesn't have enough memory to process, because processing power and memory both are the culprit. So I'm beginning to do that thing where I'm lagging. We've been in for probably about another hour, and we have a little bit more time. We have like 40 minutes. So let's get out for a second. Yeah, let's escape. And let's bring it back up again. Yeah, look at that. It is definitely behind. So we're quitting the game, and we're going to bring CurseForge back up. And I feel better. It's interesting. That thought, it's really easy to spiral and do stuff, but that thought of Gaza, thinking about Gaza for a second, was like, what am I talking about? I'm sitting in front of a computer playing a game in a nation that is having its problems, but is still considered peaceful. And it's like, wow, the world is coming to an end. Well, it felt like that. And then I had, my brain went perspective. And that actually brought me out of it. And there is no excuse for Gaza. There's no excuse for any of the stuff that goes on in the world where there are trillion billionaires and all this money. And so yeah, I don't care what people say. There's no excuse for it. Okay, we're waiting for the launcher is up, and the launcher is now going to load the game. So we're reloading Minecraft, and when we're done reloading, we will make CurseForge go away so that it's not using processing power trying to show me commercials. And so, yeah, this is what we're doing right now. I am not taking the breaks that I take on Twitch, which is really interesting. This is water in a giant mason jar. because it makes me feel tiny. It just reminds me of dolls. Doll things a lot of times are misproportioned. And they're only misproportioned because if they were actual doll size, you would need tweezers for some of the things. And so, which is fine if you're an adult, but when these are supposed to be kids' toys, then that's the reason why. And dollies are kids. Now, there are collectors now, and so it's loaded. CurseForge is gone, and now we're getting Minecraft to load the game, and we'll be back. And so, yeah, I'm perfectly happy to use tweezers to set a table in a dollhouse. But I don't really go for the 1 inch equals 1 foot. Those doll houses, I love them. Oh gosh, I'm so attracted to that kind of stuff, and I just love it. But my preference is Barbie and Monster High, and I love them. And sadly, I don't spend that much time with collections and collectors anymore. I actually have a G.I. Joe doll, one of the first G.I. Joe dolls. It is now probably 40 years old in mint condition, and it is not mint in the box. I don't keep dolls in boxes. And so yes, I'm one of those. I am one. I know.
Fine morning,
Harry,
isn't it?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to work on getting some shipments in, and the restaurants are starting to complain. The ones especially that need kelp and things like that.
Good to see you.
How much do you have, Harry, on you? See this? So spicy eggplant, there should be enough. There's plenty of spicy right now to make spicy eggplant. There's enough to make ramen, I think. Let's see what ramen is made with. Ramen is, this is Minecolonies food. Ramen is pasta, soy sauce, kelp. So there might not be enough kelp. There's everything else there is. This is new. Ooh, look at this. Oh, it tells you. Oh, that is freaking new. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's run down here. Oh no, that's a visitor. No, here's one of our people. Did you see that? Let's look here. So she's a druid, obviously. She is partnered with Laura, and they're the ones that have a ton of kids. They have Nola, Eli, Jenna, Leighton, Skylar are their own kids, and then they fostered a couple kids as well. And then food factor, she's quite happy. Inventory. So how do you get to see that? Wasn't that curious? Is this computer on? No, it's not. These computers aren't on here. Do we have a source? We should have a source here, but I don't see one. I'm going to have to find a source. The problem with the generator is that it blows. It smokes, and we don't want the generator smoking in we're in an underwater area, and air is very precious here. Air conditioners and And by air conditioners, we mean conditioners, things that keep the air fresh, all have to be here. And if we were going to put it somewhere, I would say we would put it here, under one of these. And let me look at this for a second. So these are missing power generator. So we could use the white or the black. And what you're hearing are bears on the surface of the city. Let me see what that looks like. That works. Now, do I want that color or do I want the black one underneath? Let's see. Oh, that's a black one under. And that one works. Okay. So with the generator, is that generator close enough? It might not be close enough for those computers, but it's perfect for being here. Let's turn the power on. Oh wait, let's turn the power on. I just turned the stove on. What we need is, there's the generator, and it needs fuel, and we can go back to the other warehouse and get some of that coal to turn these on here. So that was weird. When I clicked on him, let me get her a minute before she goes too far away. She's running from me.
I'll take care of it.
All right. But I can't go anywhere. Oh, that's interesting. So they have that, but it only works for the chef, it seems like. That's curious. Isn't that interesting? I think so. There's Bowden. Bowden's visiting. Let's go to the other warehouse and get coal, because we need it for two other places where we wanted to put electricity. And we've kind of finally made our way back to here again, haven't we? And if we take some of that coal and make it into blocks, we could have them do it. But I think I'm just going to do it right now. So interesting. I like this house right here with the windows right off of the walkway there. I say that like I didn't build it. But I didn't. They did. That's the things that they wanted. So let's come here and let's get coal. And there's a decent amount here that we can take. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to make 2 64s of coal. And we can put it here, and let's get coal block. There it is, coal block. And there is our pattern. So we can take these and put these here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I don't think we can put more. No. So we have to make this one first. And then do it again. Coal. And there we are. And then we can just go like this. And put those in. And there we go. And that gives us more. I think we need more than that. And there's our 264s. So we can put, this place is fine. We'll look for the different places where we needed to put coal. And we'll put the coal in. Hey, you're early. Huh? You said 3? Oh, it is 3. Oh. Should I? I'll stop. Okay. So I'm going to go. I did say, and I apologize, but I'm going to have to go for now. We'll hold on to the coal for later, but my real world schedule, I hate that real world, like this is not real. My Earth schedule has caught up to my game schedule, and I am done for the day. Thank you very much, everyone who stayed through my lamentations and things like that, who enjoys my voice, who enjoys watching me be silly. I appreciate you. I really do. And thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. Enjoy your games and enjoy watching all the other gamers. Obrigado to Mr. Villager for being here. It's the middle of his day. Totally understand. And Funny Gamer, yeah, thank you. Thank you for being in my chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And here we go. We've been listening to Drone Hands music behind, which is pretty. When the air conditioner wasn't drowning it out. And we're now going to listen to Vincentius Primus play the guitar. So here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.